What's up, YouTube? Coach Guns bringing you NCAA 14 College Football Revamped. Okay, so we're in the off-season of our second season. We're going into our third season. We went 10-3. We lost some disappointing games towards the ending stretch of the season. And our team is going to be looking a lot different next year, in my opinion. We're going to be losing Scott. We're going to be losing some key defenders. So it's going to be interesting to see how this whole team looks like. I'm going to be switching up some defensive scheme-wise, maybe some offensive scheme changes. We'll just have to see how everything plays out with recruiting and everything else. Definitely need to make some changes. Can't. Decided to offer me a contract extension. Oh yeah, I'll sign that. James Franklin fired. See who gets hired. Mac Brown retired. North Carolina hires North Texas's coach. Kirk Ferentz has retired. Hopefully they take one of the coordinators from Georgia. Nope. Brett Bielema at Iowa. Need these Georgia coordinators to get the hell out of here. Jeff Haley fired at Georgia Tech, huh? Good. Hopefully they take the DC at Georgia too. Good. TCU, Jesse Minster. Curious to see who they hire. Tim Banks. Hired internal, huh? I think this would be a good place for James Franklin. No. James Franklin went to... Alright. I don't see everything, but... Yeah, so there's going to be some wholesale changes. We're going to change schemes. And we might alter some things on offense. It all just depends on how our quarterbacks play out. Let's see the jobs in the SEC. Let's see who's leaving us. So Hooker is declaring. Scott. Childress. I'm not really losing any juniors outside of Hooker. Just a lot of seniors graduating. So I want to try to convince him to stay. Cool. Told him to get his degree. He's staying. Cool. I don't think he was ready to go anyway. Scott ended up going in the second round. Izma fourth. Trevon Collier in the fifth. He was honestly, if I was an NFL GM, I'm drafting this guy, Trevon Collier. Out of all these guys, that's who I'm drafting. No transfer requests as per usual. And let's go finish up this recruiting cycle. So we have a lot of prospects still on the board. Technically, we just need a kicker out of everything. Yeah. A lot of prospects still on the board. Up, I got 13,000. This guy at least needs 4. Maybe we could do 35. Spread around some points. Need the number 2 ranked tackle in the country. Okay. I think we're just down too much for that guy. Okay. That leaves us with about 3,500 points. Yeah, it's definitely going to have to be him. Alright. See what happens. Watch we get none of them. It'll be hilarious. Big signing day ahead of us. Actually, it looks like we did pretty well. Signed the number 1 class again. So the kicker ended up not signing. We ended up getting the tackle. We ended up getting the quarterback. We ended up getting the athlete. We ended up getting that tight end. We missed out by 45 damn points to that defensive end. Damn it. Alright. Let's see who had the top classes. It was us. USC, Ohio State, LSU. Where's Georgia? Had one of their not so top classes after winning the championship. Okay, let's go see how all these guys look now. Whoa. That's really good for us. Really good. So we got a gem at quarterback, a gem at tackle. We got basically 3 gems. We basically got 3 starters right here. So let's start out and look at the quarterback position. We definitely are going to start at him. Rose may have awareness, but he doesn't have the acceleration. I think we probably are going to stick with the offense we have currently. Oh yeah, he's definitely going to be the starter. I mean, we'll have the quarterback competition play out, but looking like he'll be the starter. Looks like we got ourselves a starting running back as well. This might be that championship class we needed. Tight end was a bust, but we didn't put too much into him anyway. Okay, so at left tackle we have a 79. I think we could move him over to center. Or we could keep him here. 84. Huh? Now that's an impressive tackle. Defensive end, Paul Brown. Looks like he'll be an instant starter. Keep Butler there. He was a bust, but nonetheless, it's okay. We signed a bunch of linebackers, so I'm curious. Man, look at that. That's a hell of a lot of linebackers, I'll show you that. So at corner, there's Levante Brooks, Josh Robinson, safety, Xavier Wakefield, the junior, Davis, and I'm missing a punter. This guy could basically play wide receiver, corner, safety. He's extremely fast, this guy. Let's take a look at his stats before we decide. So he doesn't have good trucking. He has not very good carrying either. Tackle. Man coverage is really good. Zone coverage is really good. Press is really good. So outside of his carrying, really good. If we put him at wide receiver, he'd be at 87. Which means he could be our third guy. Problem is his carrying isn't great, and he's gonna have propensity to fumble. So most likely that puts him at corner. Or safety. But man, that's speed too. I don't have any, Jamie Thompson, he's fast, but he doesn't have any of the other skill set. Like, that would be far and away make him our fastest guy. You know, our defense does need to get our secondary and our offense needs to get fixed too, though. You know what? Let's put them on offense. We signed 2 really good corners. I feel like our secondary class is pretty decent. And by putting him there, he'll be our slot. With that kind of speed, he'll definitely be our slot. Yeah, we'll definitely be our slot. Okay, progressed this offseason. So Hooker, he had himself a really big offseason. Sermon, Yo Robinson, Stevens, Marcel Butler. I hate to break it to you, Rose, but I think you're out of this race. Alright, let's see who's gonna get cut. So I gotta cut 7 guys. Problem with Rose is not that he just doesn't have the accuracy. He has 65 accuracy. Like, that's just not good enough. It's just not. And I don't see a world where we're gonna start him. I mean, I'd rather just sit through the bruisings of a freshman quarterback, honestly, but there's one cut. 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 Cutting the offensive lineman. Need our offensive lineman. Cut any of our ends. Need depth at the position. Won't cut a freshman. Ryan Roberson, though. Probably get cut. Cut him. Okay. I need to make 2 more cuts. Okay. That's all, really. Unless we cut Rose, send him in the transfer portal. Yeah. He's just not accurate enough. It's really ultimately what it comes down to. I hate to break it to him, but this is ultimately what it comes down to. Is just, and he'll find himself a home, you know? He will. He's just not accurate enough. Plain and simple. So we'll send Rose into the transfer portal. And I don't have a lot of receivers. Send Seals into the transfer portal. And that should give us our 70. And here's our schedule. We open at home versus A&M, at Alabama, at Tennessee, at Kentucky. Let's change this. Go at Notre Dame. Home versus Michigan State. Make our schedule really tough. Make sure that's saved, and it did. So our recruiting board, we found a gem at quarterback, it seems. Got some running backs, got some receivers, got some tight ends, which one hopefully we can fill in as our fullback. Got some offensive linemen, got some ends, tackles, got some linebackers, some corners, some safeties, and a kicker. Nothing too crazy. Now when it comes to redshirting, I don't know if I really want to redshirt anyone. I mean, I probably could redshirt him. Redshirt him. That's about it. That's about it. Alright guys, that is our off season. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Coach Guns out. Guys, we'll move on to the preseason phase. So I did extensive practice work with my quarterbacks, and it's pretty clear we're going to be a running team. Our speedster freshman wide receiver, I plan on playing him on both sides of the ball this year. And the reason why that is because Justin Carr, so his first year, he's not going to really get any real development because he just got on campus. So we could figure out this year what his best spot is, where we need him the most, whether it be at corner, safety, wide receiver, or whatever, and then we could figure out, you know, where we're going to keep him long term. But I think that's our best bet with him. A lot of defensive ends, man. A lot. Okay, make sure all these guys got scholarships. Except maybe him. I don't really care if he has a scholarship. Screw him. Give him the 100. Alright. Now for this quarterback, maybe we could shave some points off and I could put some points in other places. This guy is the real deal. Let's go. Let's recruit him heavily. We'll give him the rest of the points. This guy is an elite ass defensive end right here. Okay. So let's go take a look at our preseason, where they have us. So preseason poll, we are ranked 12th, which isn't terrible. Got us ranked 12th. Georgia's #1. And this week 0 looks like LSU, Georgia are gonna play each other. Conference outlook, we are projected to finish 2nd in the East and 4th in the division, with Georgia taking the nod. Sunbelt's got Appalachian State. ACC, they got Miami winning it. Florida State taking the Atlantic. Texas should definitely win this conference, but Big Ten, East Ohio State, West Iowa, Conference USA, North Texas, and Notre Dame's Notre Dame. Mountain West goes to Boise. Washington, Oregon in the north, USC, UCLA, Utah in the south. Interesting. Heisman watch. Looks like this guy came back, former Heisman Trophy winner. Lovely. Yeah, not great. Let's see if we have any preseason All-Americans. Marcel Butler. Levante Brooks in our kicker. Not bad. We don't have anybody on offense. Nope, nobody on offense either. First team All SEC. Second team, still nobody on offense. Interesting. So we're going to have a really good team in the next couple years. By 2032, we should have the best roster in college football. And by 2031, we should have top 5 roster. Top 3, top 2 roster, honestly. And it makes sense how they come up with these calculations for preseason polls. And the Swamp is 13th. Interesting. That's pretty much it when it comes to that. We'll take a look at our roster real quick. So Alex Reiser, he's going to be our starting quarterback. Oh, that's what I forgot to mention. So, our redshirt junior, Raymond Rose, who we parted ways between each other. He was a redshirt junior for us. He ended up transferring to Kentucky and is in the battle for getting the starting nod over there. But for Alex Reiser will make the start. Kevin Thomas and Jason Ellis will split carries as the primary back. Hooker, Sermon, and at least for the first couple games, Carr will be our slot. Curious to see how he works in. Burns, the tight end. Showers will be our left tackle. I expected a lot more improvement than that in the offseason, but anyway. Kobe Russell and Jeffrey Rancifer. Cortland Rodman, backed up by Paul Brown. Marcel Butler, backed up by Marcel Williams. And Will Luxley and DeJean Michael and some freshmen backing up those positions. When it comes to our linebacking core, 2 freshmen and a sophomore are essentially who's starting at those positions. Brooks and Johnson will get the start. Robinson will play nickel. Cannon will get the start over Wakefield. And Becker will get the start at strong safety. That's pretty much it. Yeah. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Coach Guns out.